Okay, there we go. We got an ALS on YouTube. What's going on? Welcome to the Crew Cab Charger 29.2. I had to split up part 29 into two episodes. It's a two episode series for the finale or something. No, I had to split it up because yeah, we were doing some space news stuff. But we're back. Let's get some work done out there. So I'm going to leave the office and we will head out into the shop. Stand by for loss of signal from the office, as expected. Come on, mouse. There we go. All right. How's the sink? That was a good clap, man. That was a bad one. Hold on, ready? No, that was still bad. No, these are all bad. All right, I'll be right. Better? Okay. Where's the rear nozzle on the coronet? Oh, it's gone. I drilled mine out though. It didn't get exploded out the back. All right. Cool. I just followed for your car welding. Easy. All right. Well, thank you. All right. So where were we? I think I coated all this in Steel It to get ready to burn some of it in. Here, let's go to matrix cam. Ready? No, this isn't matrix cam. Here, hold on. Ready? Neo, do you want to learn the secrets of the Matrix? You have a sweet garage? Thanks, man. Yeah, Bloodman's pretty cool. All right, so this came out pretty good right here. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. It's pretty straight, man. Will you install new leaf springs? Yeah, probably, Enzo. Yeah. Paint still tacky? Nope, it's pretty dry. That's good, man. We had a couple of hours for all the paint to dry. It's weld through primer. It's not paint. Yeah, we did a lot of work there. It looks good. Yeah, came out pretty nice. Gucci, very nice. Do we have any more prep that we need to do here for this? Huh. I found something a little weird. There's
I'm not sure how or when this happened. There's a hole right here. Couple of things that we got to patch up with the welder. No problem. We can do that and fix the leaf spring too at the same time. It's not a big deal. Cool beans. Man, that thing's strong. Cool. The camera's green because I have a welding filter in front of it for when I weld stuff. Yep. You always find something weird when restoring. I gave up on the weird things over a year ago. Yeah, this car certainly had its fair share of, we'll say, anomalous behavior. All right. So, let me take a look here. Let's go to the green camera. What I'm thinking is all this is good to go. I mean, it's all prepped. We did get the paint and stuff. Ow! Damn thing is sharp. Let me get the lights for you guys. I gotta put the lights in. Here, ready? Oh yeah! There we go. So once again, there's a couple of small indentations here. That's just from where my welds aren't like completely straight, but this is all completely solid. I'm wondering about this pitting over here. I mean, granted, the part that we're going to plug weld is like right there, and the parts that we're going to plug weld is right there. I'm wondering if we should just zap a little bit of material back in here and like right there. But the area around the plug welds seem okay. It's just kind of this area up here where water seems to have gotten trapped. You guys see that? Well, that's already been scraped down, Bloodman, and reprimed. It's already down. That's the metal. We don't need to scrape anything off. The green filter is throwing it off here, dudes. But yeah, I got a welding filter in front of the camera here. We can. See, this has all been, it's all primed with weld through primer. And I did go through here with the grinding wheel and get all the rust off. Well, the areas that we patched it look pretty good, man. I mean, pretty good for me. Frame rail's pretty damn straight. I'm just wondering about that pitting thing, but if not, I'll seam weld the flange on the front. Like the way the leaf spring goes in, there's a flange that goes right here where my fingers are. Look at my fingers. It goes right here. And what we could do is just seam weld right there. That'll do it. The pits could trap water. If it's painted Shogun, it doesn't really matter now, does it? Well, that's the good thing about this, the primer that I'm using. The weld-through primer is, it seals everything up. So I'm not too incredibly worried about it. As long as we have the metal, as long as the metal surfaces are painted, that's good. Yeah, I mean, considering where those back two holes are, there was nothing there a little while ago. Like, when we took this off, we found a huge hole about this big. Like, we had to replace basically all of this right here. That's all been replaced, which is pretty good. That's pretty neat. And it's all back plated too. I put another plate behind it, so it's twice the thickness, which is, I mean, it's very strong. It ain't going nowhere. I don't know. The pitting, the metal is still thick here, guys. That's my big thing. It's still thick, but maybe we should just take a peek at it. I don't know. Probably be a good idea. Since this car won't see much, if any, water driving it, it'll have a very long life once it's all done. Yeah, and once again, if we're really super worried about that, I'll seam weld it up here. We'll seam it right here on the front of that flange to good metal that I know is right there. You see how it's not pitted right where my finger is? See that? Hey, hello. We can seam it to that. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. There's kind of some holes here and there, but like, that's just me being a crappy welder. But my welds work, they just don't really look good. But they work. And then the frame rail flange is basically patched from here back, which is nice. Looks good, man. Yeah, we can always zap it to the front right there if we're worried about it. Because the frame rail from here forward, that's the only rust, or not rust, that's the only pitting that's left on the whole damn frame rail. We've replaced everything else, which is good. Which is good, man. All right. And the welding mask fell off the camera. Good. Now that that's all broken, we can put the splash shield back in front of the camera. Oh, of course tape is in the way. Why wouldn't it be? There we go. If you doubt it, fix it now. I'm not doubting it. It's more me second guessing my original thought, but I think we're okay. The metal's thick here. We can seam weld it there. We're not driving, like, this isn't going to be driving around in salt and stuff, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, Bloodman, we kind of got a good spectrum of stuff going. Hey, Brianski, what's up, man? I appreciate the streams, man. You're a great person. Thanks, dude. The community you've built is amazing and makes me want to be a part of it. Oh, thanks, man. I'm trying, dude. Just trying to make my way, I guess. Do you think that super heavy reentry is spicier than the flame trench? No. All right. So if that's the case, if that's what we're going to do here, and that's probably what we're going to do here, spoiler alert. Let's zoom this camera out as best as we can. Okay, we're fully zoomed out. And let's see how this perch fits. I do have to drill more holes in the leaf spring perch here, but that's okay. This needs to go right here. Looks like the tab, ow! Oh, I hit my head on the quarter panel. Yeah, great. It seems like this tab right here on the leaf spring perch, this one, is a little bent out. Like here, I'll show it on the other camera. Look, so check this out. The frame rail is supposed to be right here. See that? Now, if I align that perfectly, right? Look, see this piece? It's bent out just a little bit. That does happen. Yeah. Yeah, we can fix that. That's no big deal. So what I'm saying is, like, the spot where the pitting is happening on the frame rail is right where my finger is. It's actually behind the flange. The two holes line up right here, and the two back holes line up with this, right? If I have to seam the front, we can seam weld it right there on the good metal. The pitting is actually right here. It's right where my fingers are pinching. It's actually behind that flange, so I'm not too worried about it. As long as we just undercoat the snot out of it. And both of the surfaces are coated in weld through primer at this point. So I ain't worried about it, dudes. Now, it doesn't look like this piece is square, like these two frame rail tabs are square. Or the tabs for this are. Yeah. Yeah, see the gap right there where my finger is? Look at close. Yeah, those are supposed to be square. That's okay. It's not a mark on the part or anything. They bend around in shipping and whatnot. Not every part's going to be perfect. So here's what we do. Take the Craig clamp, right? Put it right here. Tighten it up so it works. Yeah, don't really have the clearance to do it. And just bend the sucker just a smidge. It should bend itself into place when you bolt it in. Bolt it in. We got to weld it. We got to weld the sucker into place. So I'll get my very, very special metal bending tool here. There. Much more aligned. Now let's test for fit again. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. Good. We're going to need to clamp the snot out of that thing into position, but looks like a second pair of hands could be useful. Always. Here's how I did it with the other one, though. We're not done. I'm just testing fitment here. Nice. It's actually not bad. This is actually pretty good. You know, I'm gonna need to. We still got to drill and stuff, but. It's pretty level, and I know this part has to be level. This is the trunk extension flange. And then are we level between the perches? Yeah, pretty much. There's too much stuff on the floor, dang it. Nice. It's pretty good. Here, Vivitar Cam. See that? That's pretty good fit, man. I mean, this thing needs to go up just a little, right? To get into place like right there. But you know, let me let's get that rear cross member out. So we can use the bumper tab holes once again to line everything up. I'm just trying to get some alignment here. I mean, that's sagging just a little bit because we're not, maybe I could get another clamp. I don't think I have another one. I just have G clamps. You know, I might be able to use those. Give me one sec. What I'm doing is I'm trying to mock everything up here to, I'm putting the back cross member on, which is that cross, this dark cross piece right here. I'm putting that on there to just make sure that where the perch is more or less where it needs to be. I mean, it's pretty damn close. Pretty damn close is not going to fly exactly, but you know, let me put like the level in the center here and then move that up into position. Yeah, that thing, okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, obviously it needs to go up. That's fine, that's okay. You just gotta make sure that it's level with the other leaf spring perch, guys. If it's not, we're gonna, the car will go down the road crooked, like with one side higher than the other. Definitely don't want that. That's bad for suspension. Don't you have gearbox? Yeah, of course I do. I just haven't gotten it yet, man. Yeah, see? All good. It ain't no problem. Ain't no thing. Yeah, you lift this thing into position and then she's good to go, man. Maybe clamp this on the rear tab instead. Nah, we'll clamp it where it was before. Yeah, we just gotta, if we put it in ultimately where I'd want to zap this thing, where we'd want to burn it in, we are pretty damn straight. Now, before we put the rear cross member in, guys, I got to do a couple more things here. But, like, finish the frame rail extension. Because the frame rails are, the frame rails are both been sectioned from here backwards. This one I already replaced. Probably shouldn't have right off the bat, but we needed to start somewhere, you know? But the other side we got to fix. That's okay. It's going to be easier to do with the rear leaf spring perches in because now I know exactly where I need to build metal. I thought I ended up building enough into this that I made this long enough, but there's actually a pretty big gap to the back of the frame rail, which is, yeah, not great, Bob. That's okay. Everything is fixable. And yeah, I mean, blood. I'll probably get the floor jack out with a 2x4 to hold that thing in position. That's how I burned the other one in. But yeah, I'm getting this. We're not probably not going to burn the rear cross member in today, which is that horizontal piece that's going across your screen left to right. I'm not going to burn that in. We're just going to get this leaf spring in, the leaf spring perch, and then go from there. We are. That's very encouraging, though. Seeing that's pretty sick. But it does look like I didn't build enough material in here. I thought I made that the right length, but nope. No, I did not. Now, let's run through. I mean, obviously, I'll get the jack under there. I'll put that thing up. We'll get it into the right spot, measure it again, make sure it's good. After that, any objections? I think measure 8 times. Yep. All right, well. Right there is perfectly level. That's level on the cross member. Now, the tabs here aren't really jiving together. This thing is not lining up. The bumper hole is not lining up. Hang on, get rid of this. Take the rear cross member off. That was just so it looks cool. Let me get my levels. And I'm gonna put my small level on the leaf spring perch, and that's not level at all. See, that's what I was worried about. With the second clamp in there though, that's a lot better. Cool. Yeah. I don't know how well you guys can see that bubble, but yeah, that's definitely, hang on. Right there would be the right spot to measure. Let's just see if we can get that nice and level. Come on, baby. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of finagling. Let me get my wide level out. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of finagling everything around. I have a level that's going across the entire thing, and then I have a local level here on the perch. We have to find the position. This is going across where the leaf spring hanger is. It's going from hanger to hanger, right? That's got to be perfect. That one's got to be nice and level, right? And this also has to be nice and level. On top of all of that, I have a plumb mark down there that needs to be leveled as well. There. So that more or less is the position where that thing needs to be. So we are more or less in the ballpark here. That's pretty damn close. Can you guys see? You can't see either bubble. How did you go from Kerbal Engineer to this? Doing it and failing a lot. A lot. It's because you need more clamps. Yeah, you always need more clamps, man. So yeah, you guys can't see it, but that bubble is centered. So is that one. So we basically found this thing's home. What I will do is get the cross member again, and we'll see if the cross member decides to go in this time. So the tab right here is not right. That's, I gotta bend that tab up. It's bent down, so I'll do that later. Yeah, it's not exactly lining up with the, so there are these holes on the rear cross member. See those holes right there? These kind of pill-shaped holes, this one and that one. Those are for the bumper brackets. That has to be aligned. It has to be aligned with this one right here on the cross member. If we flip to the other camera, you can see it back there on the left side of your screen. That has to be aligned with that. See that guy right there? They have to be aligned. The way they are, this tab, there's a tab right here that's bent downward, and that's what was screwing me up with the cross member. But using the level makes everything nice and happy. Using a level instead of the cross member. So we could burn that in and then bend that tab to get the cross member nice and level and to get it to line up with the holes. It lines up on the left side, but that's because I bent the left side tab up. My guess is that whatever they did from the factory, like the jig or whatever, probably bent those tabs up, and then they spot welded them, or the clamp to spot weld it probably bent it up a little bit. But yeah. So, all right. So what we got to do with that thing is I actually have to take it off, despite all the leveling here. I just wanted to see if we were in the ballpark. And what I need to do is drill a couple of holes so I could plug weld it from the bottom. And then we'll remeasure it one last time, and then get her done, mater. All right, let's get this piece off. Let me take all my levels. So the last thing we got to do with this is take the drill, and I need to drill a hole here, and I drill a couple of holes right there for the plug welds. So, yeah, here, let me grab a piece of scrap metal here, metal. Put this down here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the drill. We'll punch a couple of holes, and then I'll drill through, and I'll have the wood below it just in case, so I don't drill into my own floor. Here, you should be able to see it from that camera angle. Watching this is so much better than the usual German Twitch drama influencers. Poo emoji. All right. All right, poo emojis. Hell yeah. Let me get my punch. And let me get the brass hammer. That funky whammer. Now one on the back here. get my cutting fluid. This is basically just coolant to make sure that the drill bit stays cool so it doesn't break. I'm gonna dip that on there. And then one, two, three. There we go. Nice. Get the tap magic. We got the tap magic, dog. There we go. I gotta clean the sawdust and poopy doopy nonsense off of here. There we go. Yeah. Sweet. Plug weld holes. Now I'm just gonna file the burr out of those. They left a little bit of a metal burr, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay, pussycat. You know your problem is, pussycat. Isn't that a great noise? Even better. Fitment time. All right, let's check to make sure I didn't bend anything here too much. Cool. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now I got that funky hammer stuck in my head. Yeah. Just had a thought, this would be a good car for air shocks in the back. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what I'll do. Yeah, maybe. Thinking I'll just do something. Just put regular shocks. The Monroes that are in there, dude, God knows how old those things are, man. They've been there for a while, let me put it that way. Okay, I'm just trying to think. This thing is prepped. It's ready to go. Anything else? Yeah, Couchy, walls are certainly empty, huh? I'm just making sure I thought of everything. So, you know what? I'm going to use the smaller clamps for up here. Okay. Where's the levels? There we go. Let's get that on there like that. Okay. I don't like the way that one's clamping. Let me get the floor jack. Okay, the floor jack made it not level, so let me just bring the jack down just a smidge. Okay, let me get the wide level. Let me put the wide level at the springs. Make sure we're nice and square. This one says we're a smidge too high. Yeah, come on. Come on, baby. So what I'm doing is I'm checking this level and I'm checking this level as well. This is across frame rail to frame rail, and this one is the local leaf spring perch. I need to make sure the leaf spring perch is level, and then I need to make sure it's level to the other, to the perch on the driver's side. I already did that, Couchy. Yeah, I already sanded the EDP off. Here, let me give you guys a better view than 3/4. There. You guys can see the close level in that picture. Now watch this level. Now watch this drive. So, got to make sure that that and that are dead center. Almost got it. I'm very close. Okay. All right. The center level is in, the bubble is in, right? So let me just show you. This is in, the bubble's in the marks, but it's that way just a little bit. It's that way because the jack is putting a little bit of pressure on that thing to get that thing to be straight. So if we burn that in, then let the jack go, that should fall dead center. At least get it, at least tack weld it. I got to put my tack in a place that's easy to get at. So, oh, I moved the jack and screwed everything up. No, that's a real smart thing to do, idiot. If I pull the perch, like remember that tab was a little bent. If we pull this thing in, everything aligns. And we're just, here, let me just lower this just a little bit. Let's take some pressure off the jack. And pull this bad boy, this bad puppy into position here. Okay. As long as I hold that thing together, we should be fine. There's really no good place to clamp it because it's just a weird shape. Let's flip to the other camera. Is that still level? It's pretty close. But once again, if I go to hold this thing in position, there we go. Okay. Is there any real place that I could clamp this damn thing? It's not really. I'm just gonna have to hold it in place when I tack it. So I'll hold the dang thing in place when we go to tack. What I'll do is I'll throw my first tack up on the top here where I can get at it if we need to move it again. I can just grind it off. Okay. Big step. Well, they're not clamped for the top. I really can't get a good, like, what I need is to clamp like this on the frame rail. And I'm not sure if I can fit one of these bad boys in there, or even if they have the clearance to do it. Like, we could back this thing out. How far does this back out? Oh, oh. Oh, it'll do it. Nice. I didn't think this thing had the clearance to fit around it. Awesome. Thanks, Craig Clamp. Very cool. Nope. We jacked it too much. No such thing. Got him. Hey, I have to add a little bit of brain rot. It's 2025, okay? All right. Don't move. All right, you guys double check me. Take a look at that level. It looks like there's a gap at the connection between the spring mount and the frame rail to the front end of the clamp. Well, I think I see what you're saying. You're talking about down here. Talking about right there? I don't know how you saw that, but thank you. Now where does that get us? That's pretty freaking level, dude. Yeah, the jack wasn't needed. Dude, good eye, Tech. Holy crap. How the frick did you see that? Like, bro, I ain't even mad. Up. Here, let's just... I gotta make sure that the level is on both of those tabs, because those are straight. Yeah, this frame rail is just a smidge too high, or the other one is a little too low. If we burn this thing in straight though, we can always jack up the frame rail to get it to be exactly where we need it. That's very, very solidly in there. But see how the bubble is a little bit to one side? I think this frame rail is a little bit, this frame rail might be a little bit too high. Let me just see if I can finesse it a little bit. Do a couple of those bad boys there. Just a couple more whamma jammas here. We're level all around. Both levels are dead center. Well, that one's not exactly right, but yeah, Bloodman, I was using the jack already to do that, but it turns out that looks like it needs to go down a little bit. So I'm going to take the jack out, and whoa, this thing moved. Hold up. This thing moved badly. There. Okay. All right. We can always finesse it and finagle it from here. I'm going to zap a tack in on the back. Zap a tack on the back. I'm going to zap one in over here because just this is an easy spot to get at it if we don't get it right. Yeah, okay, cool. Welding jacket. Let's go. Yeah, LS, you're right. The trunk pan, we should be able to even everything out with the trunk pan. I just want to be sure. I don't want to sit, I mean, I'd like to improve my, let's say, time in the future of aligning the damn trunk pan, because that's going to be rough. And the more time we spend aligning the rails now, the better. All right. Okie dokie. Get my welding mask. Sheet metal screws will be your friend with the trunk pan. I have those, and I have Clecos too. All right, you guys ready? Big moment. Okay, turning on the welder. We're just doing a tack, so the settings, believe it or not, that we had yesterday should be fine. I have my voltage set on C and wire speed set on 3. We have gas verified at 12 liters a minute, and we have a lot of it left. We have about 1,300 PSI in that tank. Okay, grounding strap is on. Okay, flux capacitor. I'm going to move these pieces of wood out of here so they don't catch on fire. Flux capacitor is fluxing. Engine running. Gas is on. Okay, here we go. Okay, she's burned in. Did it move? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Just tack it in. Just tack it in. Just give it a little tacky. Tack, 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 tackaroo. It's good. Tack the front. All right. I tacked the other one basically right there. I might be able to take this clamp off at this point. Yep. Okay. I'm going to move my levels out of the way here. I don't want to melt them with the welder. That tab was bent a little bit. Okay, here we go. Okay, ready? Hey, outdoorsman. Seems like you're watching backbreaking work. No, we're doing all right. We have no green. I know. They're just tack welds, dude. This is all tacks and spots. You don't, as long as the splash shield is in front of it, I don't really care. Unless you guys want to see these tack welds, right? Like, okay, I'm gonna spot these two and then we'll do the rest of them. Actually, I might be able to tack through the frame rail there and there. The camera freaked is all. All right. Camera rolling shutter glitch. All right, you get Vivitar then. Get Vivitar, nerd. I'm just gonna zap more of this in. Wow. Yo, this, I just noticed it now. This is all bent from, like, yeah, that's really bad. That's really out of whack. Like, not me, the factory. That this backing plate isn't even in the right spot. Why did I notice that now after I burned it in? It's low. I mean, we're going to have to, I mean, once again, I got to bend all of it up, but. Wow, this whole plate is going down. Like, here, I'll show you on the old one. See this back plate? This back plate is like that. It's not straight. It's going backwards on the new part. Why did you have to rust? This part is perfectly straight except for the back where it's terrible. Why? I can fix it. It's not a big deal. It's just more work for us. If I'd noticed it before, probably would have been better, but it's all right. Jack's footage is crazy. Cool. Cool, man. So I was wondering why this piece was so damn low. I had to bend the bottom tab up, but yeah, we're gonna have to, this face has to get bent down a little bit. I'm gonna have to do that. Lovely, lovely party. Pity I wasn't invited. That's really annoying, actually, because that's no fault of mine. Well, I suppose it kind of is, because I'm the one that put it in there now, aren't I? I mean, don't get me wrong, everything is nice and straight, guys. Everything is straight. It's just the back. The very back plate on that leaf spring flange should be like this, right? And it's like that. It's kind of down. It's not much, 16, maybe like a quarter of an inch. Really, honestly, isn't that big of a deal. It's more annoying than anything. As long as I get it lined up with the bumper bracket, who cares? It doesn't really, that piece can be down like that. As long as it's strong, I mean, it's just a reinforcement piece at the back. It just needs to be attached, you know? Like that's all. I'm just a little annoyed that that's the way that is. Sound like you're trying really hard to convince yourself? You think so? Dude, I just noticed it. I should have noticed that. I should have noticed it. That's on me. So it's this plate back here. See this plate? This plate needs to be up. Probably, I mean, it's not much. 1/8 of an inch at best. It's just, this plate should be like this back piece should be like that, but it's like this. It's kind of going down over here. Like I said, not by much, just a little bit. Enough to be annoying. And this flange is not straight at all. It's not straight. This one is perfect. That one, we're going to need to get the wrench and bend it down. Wouldn't be the first time we've done that though, so. Is the trunk pan formed to fit it? Yeah, this is not a problem for the trunk pan. It's more the rear cross member. I'm gonna have to take this tab and we're gonna have to bend it up. And have to put a bend in it up and then a bend in it back. And then this piece, there's no way that that thing's aligned. It's supposed to be completely flat and it's probably bent a little bit this way because that's not in right. It's not a big deal. We know that this happens. Those parts come in like this. They get shipped around the damn world because they know there's no way they made that here. It'll get tweaked into shape. Yep. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It'll be all right. Just annoying. All right, let's keep burning then. Okay. Yeah, I get you, Element. I get you. All right. Well, at least I know what I need to fix. So, where's the next bit? I'll just burn this top part in. Okay, that's good. It's not my best weld, but which one of these are? So, all right, camera's gonna freak out, dude. So sorry. Just bear with me. Oh, let me get the wire brush and clean that before I weld it. I should have probably cleaned the other one too. Woo! Guys, that's not flush. It's not flush with the frame rail at all. It's not. This is supposed to pick up on that damn frame rail flange, but it's not even close. I had to drop a huge pool of weld in there to get that right. I mean, maybe it's living a bent car part attached to the car is better than rust on the floor. Yeah. Any chance you use Fusion 360? Oh, yeah. I mean, it doesn't look. All right, no. I can't get like that. Let's go. Come on. Come on. It's fine. Is it still level? Yes. Okay. I gotta go underneath the car to do this next one. So we'll do where the factory spots would have been. All right, so we got to go through and plug weld. Start at the top, work our way to the bottom. Okay, ready? That's one side. Now, and got it. Well, no turning back now. That's not going anywhere. Just got to, that's not going anywhere. All right, now let's do the front one. Ready? Send it. I missed a tiny little bit on the top right. I'll get it now. Where's the wire brush? I got most of that plug in one shot. There we go. That ain't going nowhere. All right. That shouldn't be like that, dudes. The whole thing is low. Whatever. I'm sorry. I don't think you guys can see what I see on the camera. But then again, I don't know if what I'm seeing is a big deal or not. Can you imagine stick welding the OLM? Yeah, that would suck. In the heat? Yeah, that wouldn't be fun, but I'm sure those guys got paid pretty good for that. It's a pretty good plug. Okay, we can take the clamps off. I'm just worried that this side is just a smidge low, or if this part might be bent. But maybe I'm just worrying too much. Let's just finish welding it. There's just a little pinhole right there. I'm just gonna, there. And I just gotta get after this other side real quick. Okay, dudes. The only ones left are the ones that are on the bottom. So I'm just gonna burn those in. They're down here, you know. They're right here and right there. I don't really have a good way to film welding upside down. So we're just gonna send that. Just gonna send that, if you don't mind. I know some of you do, but I don't care. Oh. All right. So I gotta get the hammer. We had to do this with the other one too. I just had to hammer these into the contour. Like I said, we had to do that with the other, with the rail on the other side too. So. Okay. Okay, upside down weld. All right, let's do this. That one's good. Next. I missed. I moved my hand and I hit the side of the up. That was me. I screwed up. First one was good though. Hey, Martin. I expect it will be more than good enough, man. Probably better than new. Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks for the 100 kroners. I appreciate it, man. Super chat. All right, let me do this again. Now that's plug welded. I'll show you guys it in a second. We got one more back here. I didn't get all of it. The weld was good, but I didn't. I only filled half of the hole, got him. I'll check him out. Okay, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Technique. Technique. Okay. I'm going to air out here for a second. Let me take the welding jacket off. Okay, she's burned. It's in, and it would be a real pain in the butt to try and get that thing out of there now. Those upside down plug welds, your boy did pretty good. Here, let me show you. First of all, I'm gonna pull the tripod up out of here. No, come back. So look at that, dudes. Pretty good, right? Daft question, but what makes the welding jacket I don't know. I'd have to go look. How about those ones? Or where are you? Yeah, there you go. Good? Yeah? All right, cool. I'll get good with this one of these days. But yeah, I'm just worried that it's just because this bracket is bent, it threw off my alignment, but let's just... That'll work. It's straight. She's straight. And are we level across the board? Yes. So, guys, take a look. So that one's good. And if I move you guys out over here, that level is going across from perch to perch, right? So despite that bracket being bent out of shape mess, it's still right. We still got it right. Overhead is so tough. You did great. The bubble is slightly to one side. It's slightly to the right, just a little bit, but we can fish that out when we put the trunk pan in. She's good there. She's good over there. The cable keeps getting caught. Hold on. Come on back now. She's good over there, and she's good right there. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. And here, let me show you guys what I saw. So look, see the flange? That flange is supposed to be level with this. It's out just a little bit. See how it's going down? It's going that way. See what I'm talking about? Focus. See what I mean? That's what I was talking about. Now, for reference, let's look at the other one. See the other one? It's down there. See what I mean? Now, Morton, I know what you're saying. Cars weren't engineered with that tolerance. The factory manual calls for a 1/4 inch. That's about at the edge of what the factory manual recommends. We're in tolerance. We're just going to have to finagle this. We're going to have to finagle this tab. I'm going to have to bend it up and then bend it back to get it to jive right with the cross member, but that's okay. Yeah, see? That's bad. I'm not sure that Chrysler would have accepted this part. That probably would have been a junk. But I already had burned it in when we did it, so we'll live with it. I mean, it's not going to break. It's just annoying. Yeah, that was a crappy quality put together. I could do better than that, and I suck at this, which is saying something. Look at them farm lines. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get the farm lines, boy. Oh yeah. With the bulldog clearances, you should have it. Should work out fine in the end. Yeah, we might have to clearance a couple of things. Can't see me, but you know what, dude? And this is what Morton's kind of talking about. We can bend the tabs up. I can bend the tab up. I can get the rear cross member level. I'm not worried about any of that. Just as long as everything kind of jives right and the car doesn't look like one side is higher than the other going down the road, I don't care. As long as it tracks straight, I'm good. No one's going to look under there. And heck, even if people did look under there, you wouldn't be able to see it. Where that is the top of the damn trunk pan. Can't hear, huh? Well within tolerance, yep. You have a welder and a grinder, we could fix it. Exactly. I'm not... Morton, I'll be honest. I do try to convince myself sometimes with this stuff because, like, I'm still learning and I'm still trying to wrap my head around, look, you can fix whatever, you know? And that's what I mean about that too far gone thing. Like, it's not going to take, like, it's too far gone, it's not too far gone. That's what I mean about that. In my mind, like, I hear everyone saying, no, don't do this car sucks, this car's junk, blah, 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 the tolerance is off. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I grew up around maybe I grew up around cynical people. I don't think my parents are like that. Hi, Mom and Dad. I think you guys are great. You know, at least in the car world. You know, you're never going to do this. You're never going to do, people are going to do that. You're not doing it right. You know, like, but the reality of the situation is that, like, you're right. Anything can be fixed. I can fix that. No problem. Dude, we could drill those spot welds. We could, even with it welded in, we could drill the spot welds out. We could drill them out. I could realign the piece and then weld it right back together. And, you know, maybe we do that. But, yeah, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Audio is like putting volume to 200% when you speak a little louder, sadly. Here, I can turn it down just a little bit. There we go. How's that? Is that better? Shouldn't be peaking as much now if I raise my voice. No need though. Spacers are an easy fix. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Cool. 5x5. Excellent. I work in the car world and you wouldn't believe what people do in works. Couchy, I would love to get to the point. I would love to get to a point where, you know, maybe we take this car apart again in the future when I have a bigger shop and a lot more, you know, equipment. Maybe these auto streams take off. Maybe people like them or something. I don't know. And I'd love to go aerospace on this thing and just make sure everything is like dead on straight. Like we're talking like thousandths of an inch tolerance instead of 200, like, well, no, what's a quarter of an inch, right? 250 thou? That'd be cool to do. Like, how that would be an awesome series. Like engineering one of these cars to like F1 tolerance just because frickin' that's cool, right? Like, I think that's neat. I think that scratches the itch, man. But I know, like, I got to tell myself that. That's the other thing, dudes. I come from the computer world. I come from CAD. I come from the Matrix. No, Tron if I had to choose.
Discovery, go at Tron level.
Flynn, where are you now? No, I come from the world of CAD. CAD is, you can make it perfect. You can make it perfect down to a thousandth of an inch. But making it perfect on the computer is not making it perfect here. Also, this car is 56 years old. 250 thou is kind of the running thing. That's what the manual says. King Kitten, Tier 2, 111-month resub. Thanks, man. And the vice grip decided to go poopy doopy on me. There we go. Sweet. Like the audio better before? All right, I'll meet you in the middle. How's that, Tesla Max? Are we good? That does sound cool, but cars don't come out of the factory perfect. That's something I'm really learning, and that's the kind of experience that I'm really after. Now, Couchy, you know where my mind goes, dude? You know where my mind goes? How the hell did SN4 and SN5, how did they even fly? How is that possible? Dude, they welded those things out in a damn field, in the freaking windbreak. How did it work? No wonder SN3 and SN4 exploded. Like, bro, they're trying to make rockets out in the field, dude. I got a lot of respect for the early Starship days. That's absolutely insane. How did Starhopper even fly? How is that possible? It didn't change the overall crackling fuzz, but it did become louder. Wait, fuzz? You shouldn't be getting any fuzz. Huh. Yeah, I see it. I see it on the monitor. Huh. That shouldn't be doing that. Oh, hopefully we didn't break these things by sweating into them too much. Material scientist, electron microscopy, STEM stuff. Dude, that's super cool. Like, that just gives me a newfound respect. Like, how do these things not fall apart with these kind of tolerances going down the road? Well, the truth is that's good enough. Can't see me. Some speculate that the Germans lost World War II because of self-imposed tolerance on their war equipment. Yeah? Yeah, maybe. If you have a Fusion 360 account, can I have you as a backup for the files for your project? No worries if not. I don't have a Fusion 360 account, but I have an Autodesk account. Guys, I could take my Maya LT subscription and cancel that and roll it over into a Fusion 360. From some temple, how much for the bits? The little bits, the chat. Sell them to me. Sell me your chat. Jeez, man. 10,000 bits, dude? Come on. Come on, nah. Fusion 360 is best 360. Jeez. Vivitar. Get Vivitar, idiot. Jeez. I would suggest SolidWorks over any Autodesk product. Yeah. Which one is cheaper? Which one's cheaper, man? Okay, we're in. Let's take the levels off. That's really what I wanted to do today, dudes. Like, cool. I am pretty happy. I mean, I still don't like that one's a little high. Like, it's just, it's the TISM. It's tweaking the TISM. I'm like, ugh! But it's all right. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Honestly, it's looking really good. Thanks, man. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty close. From this angle, it looks like the bucket is holding the whole back end up. Yeah, I was sitting on that when I was sitting on the Harbor Freight bucket when I was doing the welds over here. Because one thing that I'm really learning about welding is that you have to be comfortable when you do it. You really don't want to weld in like a weird position or else, yeah. Nah, that ain't gonna work. Oh man, so after 2 weeks of detour, with the whole right hand leaf spring perch, we're getting back to it, dudes. We just gotta do the extensions now. It's the extensions and the tabs that we gotta do. Cool. I didn't buy tickets to the gun show. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I'm gonna get something to drink real quick. Tell you kept the guns in the safe. Well, when I'm using them, no. Hey, Kinkin, what's up? There's just a little bit too high a gain on your lav mic. I don't know the model, so I don't know how much you can adjust it. If possible, take out 5 decibels on the transmitter and compensate in OBS. Okay. 5 dB? All right, hold on. That's 0.5 right there. 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. There's no localized boost on this as far as I can see, but they're Rode wireless. Rode Wireless Go 2. I don't know how you adjust the boost on these things, dude. I don't even know if it's on the base station or something. Let me take a look. Oh, hold on. I found something. Oh. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. That might be a little bit louder. Hang on. I just had a way to do it. It looks like I can mute from the base. That's kind of cool. Too many buttons. There's only 2. It's low volume now, but it sounds a lot nicer and less harsh. Well, I did what King Kitten said. I adjusted the decibel. It was at, yeah, I did it 5, and that should be nicer. And then if I take this and we put it, adjust it in OBS like what was said, that should be a lot nicer. Right up in there. And let me talk with my voice raised just to be absolutely sure. A little bit of peaking. Right there. Nice. I can see in OBS that's a lot nicer. Cool. Thanks, King Kitten. It's almost like you've done this before or something. Give a boost to OBS. More? More. Well, give me water with sugar. More. 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 Ah, is that better? He's wearing an Edgar suit or something. Well, what do you know? Nice. Oh, it's like wearing an Edgar suit or something. Hang on, get Vivitard, idiot. It's a streamer in an EJ suit. It's Strimmer in an EJ suit. All right, so that's burned in. Let's do this now. Ready? Take the, ow. Freaking metal shaving on the ground that my knuckle decided it wanted to be friends with. I'm so glad we fixed the audio issue. You guys gotta tell me if there's an audio issue, damn it. I can't hear it. I have no playback. Does it look like I got headphones on? Let me know, dudes. Let me know. Knock on my door. Knock next time. Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. Good. Okay. Yeah, as we suspected, that's not really level at all. But whatever. We can fix it. We can fix it. All right, my work is done. Back to lurking. All right, King. Considering mules were integral, what is that, Imperatory? Consider it, no, I like that. Considering mules were an integral part of construction of your battleships and carriers during World War II, space travel seems quite miraculous. Yeah, we done good, didn't we? Can we now talk contrast? Dude, I cannot, this camera, I can't figure out how to screw with that picture for the life of me. We'll just put the other camera in place and we'll just switch to that one. Yep. That's what I thought. It's not the contrast, you just need to lower the exposure. You could do it in OBS. That camera is going into the same HDMI in as a couple of other cameras because of my scene switcher. Floodman, so if I put a contrast filter on it, that contrast filter would be on every camera, and I'm not doing that. I boosted it by 0.5. Kidding. How's that? 0.5. Any better? But yeah, see? So we're not level, but we're not level because of that. It's because of this. That's what I'm talking about. It's too low. And also, it looks like I didn't measure that right. We got a little bit of a tolerance problem there, huh? That might need to be fixed. But yeah, that's not great. Oh. Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, also, I got to shut the welder off. We're not burning anything else in, at least not in the immediate. So shut the welder off, close the gas. Okay, gas is closed. We're all good. What's up? Is there space news tonight? Supersonic, I actually did space news early because of the BOLE test and the Rocket Lab thing. We did like a 3-hour block of space news. I just started it at like 1:30. And yeah. Gotcha, thanks. Yep. Yep, bending time. So what I think we got to do, I'm going to bend this thing up and then I'm going to move back and then bend it this way. We got to put a little step notch in there. Let me get my metal bender. Okay, so now I bent that tab up, right? See, we bent it up. What I'm gonna do now is with the adjustable, I'm just gonna go back just a little bit, move it back, and then there. I didn't like that. Let me just bend her up. Actually, you know what's a better way to do this? Move this back into position now. Oh, well, what do you know? It did it. That's weird. It's the Metal Bender 5000, not an adjustable wrench. Yes, yes, yeah, my mistake. All right, so is that hole lined up? That's pretty damn close. If we look at the rails, we still got to go up just a little bit. We got to get those holes aligned. So let's undo this. Bring that back down. Metal Bender 5000. I have no idea where I got this adjustable wrench, by the way. Okay. What I'm going to do is we're going to keep bending the tabs up until the holes line up. I'm going to keep bending them until that damn hole gets aligned. We're pretty damn close now, right? I keep doing that, and then I'm just going to hammer that tab over. I'm just going to hammer it over. I should probably do that to both sides because the other side is bad too. See? Freaking bugs. See that? We're not aligned. So let's just bring that down there for a second. Just give me some space to get my Metal Bender 5000 in position. Just bend this tab up. Just do it slowly. There we go. And now, it's pretty good, man. Looks like we're a little weird left to right, but let's go back over here. Now this is back on the passenger side. And this is where we got to overcome this stupid piece being down like that. Yeah. All right. Well. Yeah, see, there in the level right there, it's showing. If we do that and get the stupid thing aligned where it should have been, look Look at that. Would you just look at it? Would you just look at it? Oh, would you just look? Oh, would you look at this? All right. Cool. So now, you know what we do now? We take the brass hammer and hammer this thing back into position. So now, oh, well, I gotta get the metal bender out of the way. Ready? There we go. Now it's fine. Sweet. Cool. Now we just got to make sure that we're centered, but how are we looking in terms of height relative to the frame rail flanges? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Nope. Piece moved. That clamp wasn't secure enough. Quick, to the metal bender. Okay, get the brass hammer. Dang it, metal bender 5000, get out of the way. All right. Now, once again, the misalignment of the piece on the right is that leaf spring perch is annoying, but if we do that, yeah, there we go. Sick. It's pretty sick, Chubbs. Cool. That's good. Yeah, that guy cut me down in my prime, but I tore one of that bastard's eyes out. Bolt hole alignment should indicate center, more or less. I'm gonna double check the measurement, can't see me because that right leaf spring perch, somebody welded that back flange in kind of crooked, so. Yep. Yeah. Man, this has been one of the most pivotal purchases of this project. The brass hammer, that funky whammer. Oh, well looking at the camera. 2. Not bad. BOLE might have lost a nozzle, but it overperformed. Might have lost a nozzle? Overperformed? Doop, whoop, doop, doop. How about the front cross member? What do you mean front cross member? Oh, dude, I forgot all about that. Here, brass hammer, you sit there. Ship 36 might have exploded. No. Guys, the way that I know Vulcan, the way he's saying that is, well, the nozzle may have came off, but it did overperform. That's what he's trying to say. He's not saying, well, it might have exploded, but it overperformed. No. That's, well, yeah, I know it exploded. I know that guy. I know Derek Newsom. He's a good buddy of mine. They abuse the eBay turbo. Dude, that whole aft section was not happy. The back of that booster was riding the struggle bus, man. It overperformed a lot into the mountainside. Yeah. That's what you were going for, Creeper? Right on. Yeah, no. It overperformed right up over onto the mountain up there. Maybe a little bit over there, maybe a little bit over there, you know. Ship 36, you know, overperformed at Massey's, you know, it overperformed. Some of it's in the river over there, some of it's in Mexico, some of it's down over by Highway 4, you know, it overperformed. That's what it did. I like that, Creeper. We're gonna we're gonna say that. We're gonna say it that way. It was a dynamic expansion ratio on the nozzle. Yeah, that's what it is. You might say the booster had the cuttlefish and asparagus. Yeah. Have I seen Jack's slow-mo yet? No, but I've seen people talking about it. I wanted to get that thing burned in, so. All right, let's see. It was expected to produce 3.97 million at peak thrust, and instead it produced 4. Yeah, in case you guys are wondering what we're talking about, here, Chris has a good picture of it. Here, take a look. See that part? Did you see that part? That part didn't. That's pieces of the booster flying away. You know, everything was going fine till like right around there. Like, see that part, like right in here, not here. Or here so much, but like right here. Jeez. So here, let's go over to Mr. Yock Boyer. Mr. Yock and Boyer. Oh! Dude, oh, that's so, that's terrible. Oh my God. Dude. Oh, that's so bad. Oh my goodness. Look, you could see the nozzle. You could see the nozzle just burning away. Oh my God. That's awesome. Dude, those parts are actually chunks of the frickin', wow. Oh my goodness. And then look, you could see it burn through the aluminum. Look at that. Holy cow, that's wild. It just, dude, you see it just a blade away. It's like it's not even there. It's like it's tearing through paper. Dude, that's cool. That's cool. Is that bad? Is that bad if I think that's really neat? Yeah, it definitely looks like pieces of nozzle over here. And that, see these thick pieces? That definitely looks like the nozzle. It looks like an ablator heat shield. Holy balls, dude. All right, I gotta retweet that. Wow. What should I say? What should I say? Wow, that's violent. Damn. So no Block 2 boosters anytime soon then? When's the first Block 2 SLS flying? They got time. I'm not worried. Really, I ain't worried. Brass hammer, that funky whammer. Oh, Ernock, that's good. That's good. Here. Well, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand. No? You want me to just put no? I'll just put no. That's fine. No. You want me to post it? I'll do it. Do the Owen Wilson. Wow. Is it wrong if I think that this is cool? Now, here. This footage is of the nozzle coming apart is amazing. How's that? Actually, not this footage. How about at Jack Boyer? Jack Boyer's footage of the DM1 booster nozzle coming apart is amazing. Now we got. Let's be classy with this tweet. That's a lot of that's a lot of damage. All right. Fine. That's a lot of damage. Now that's a lot of damage. How about a little more? Did you see fire burning through the bolts? Dude, it's crazy, X-Wing. That footage is insane, man. It'll buff out. All right, we'll do a combo. We'll do a combo. It's a lot of damage. It'll buff out. Flex Seal won't save the nozzle. That footage is insane, dude. There's a Visine for that. Oy vey. You know what? Let's just keep it at that's a lot of damage. Yeah. I'm gonna roll that. Short and sweet. That's a lot of damage. We'll just keep it at that. There we go. Be sure to retweet it and like the tweet. I don't give a frick. I don't care. That's a lot of damage. How about a little more? That's a lot of vagina. Wasn't her name a lot of vagina? I think it's Hungarian. And then there was that Russian chick, Ivana Humpalot. Right? Every Army vet who lived through a deployment, it'll buff out. It's fine, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Look, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the rear cross member. Isn't that cool? Look at this. This is great. We just really got to get the frame rail. Man, I can't believe I got that far off, dude. Jeez. Huh. Front cross member? Oh, yeah, that's what we were doing. This thing. This thing lives right. Yeah. Should we burn? We could probably burn that in today, dudes. I want to be unconscious now, sorry. Let's go then. All right, fine. Jeez, damn. I got to drill holes in the thing. There's little notches in the frame to show where this thing needs to live. There. That's basically where it needs to go. Is the cross member supposed to be level with the frame rails? What do you mean, Couchy? So, okay, just so we get our cross member nomenclature correctly. This is the trunk pan cross member. That's what this thing is called. This one back here, the one that we've been fiddling around with, this is called the rear cross member. Rear cross member, trunk cross member, shock mount cross member. These three are what kind of triangulate everything back here. Make sense? If you set the rail roll angle, the front cross should help hold that level. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Man, I'm getting, that's cool, man. I'm pretty happy. I'm getting to that point where like we did a thing, and now I'm pretty happy that we did a thing. Nice work. It looks great. Thanks. Nice work. It looks like it's coming together. Thank you. Nice ninja cutting there. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, just... Yeah. Nah, I ain't feeding the trolls no more, dude. I ain't feeding the trolls no more. They can sit in timeout or fuck off or do whatever they want. I'm going to sit here and keep building my car. All right. Excellent. Sweet. Oh, swear jar. That's right. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, swear jar. I got to gift a sub anytime I do that.
Oh, this is space. I'm in space.
There we go. There we go. I did it. This is a big day. You now have 2 brand new spring perches. Yeah, man. Certainly better than where we started. We still have to do those frame rail extensions, but you know, yeah. Well, it doesn't look like we're that far off, dude. Remember, we got to drill the holes down there too, but so here's what we'll do. If we're gonna burn in the cross member here, I'm gonna get my big level. I'm gonna put the big level right there. Cool. There we go. Got you live on a 32-inch TCL. All right. Okay, cool. I'm just making sure that this thing is centered. Center. Center. I'm checking for alignment. You do a 10-piece of crop the top to maintain orientation. Well, article, if you look at the lower left corner of the screen, I have a brace. We've had a brace this entire time right there. I'm sorry, I'm not giving commentary. I'm just trying to think. Trying to think on how to do this right. I mean, we can burn that thing in. I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, cool. I got to drill the holes and everything. I'm just making sure we're aligned, and I'm making sure what I'm doing is I'm making sure that we don't. I'm making sure that, you know, if we burn in the trunk cross member, right, that I can still have adjustment, because there is some adjustment that needs to be done on the back because of that bent panel at the back of the leaf spring perch. So give me 1 second. So EJ, the new Motor Trend show is coming along. Oh, nice. Thanks. Cool, man. Yeah. I don't know, dudes. Do you think it might be better to just get everything squared away on the back end of the car, get it nice and straight, and then burn that thing in last? I don't know. Thanks, Couchy. I appreciate it, man. Does that count as a sub? No, Scotty, it does not. That wasn't on stream. Yeah, I don't, that's what I'm thinking. This is a good idea, but I don't want to do that part yet. I want to get everything squared away out back, because article, you were talking about like frame rail roll, right? I don't want, yeah, I got to make sure that that's perfect before we burn this piece in. I don't want this piece holding the frame rails in a, like, bent, because we clearly have some clearancing problems right here. Like, this thing is just pissing me off. Oh, who's here?
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
You got nothing. I found 2 dresses.
Nice. How's that done?
I'm always like, man, go somewhere other than TJ Maxx to buy clothes. And then I try that and I don't find anything. And then I go to TJ Maxx and I find 2 things. And it's like, then why do I ever bother not going to TJ Maxx?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Titan?
Titan!
Titan! Babas? Come here. Hello. Hello, my boy. How you doing? How you doing, Babas? Wait. There we go. Look, it's the Titan missile. Titan, come here. He's like, nah.
No, I'm good.
He wants to go back outside.
Yeah. What are you doing in here?
Just making sure that the rear suspension is good.
Alright. You have dinner inside.
I know. It was a weird schedule because Northrop Grumman put their booster out on the test stand this afternoon and it blew up.
Oh.
So yeah, it's been a weird day.
Things need to stop blowing up.
No, that's good. That's fun. It's fun when that happens. Here.
What was that? Wait.
I don't know. That was just on my timeline here. Look. So see that's not great. But wait, there's more. You know, it's chugging along, chugging along, but you see that part right?
Yeah,
like
that's not supposed to happen.
like right there,
Ooh.
like right there.
Ooh.
Yeah, see that part's bad.
Ooh.
See how there's pieces of nozzle just flying around all over
Yeah.
there? Yeah, that's not great.
That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, it's not supposed to do that.
Titan's Forever Home anniversary last. Yeah. What did we do for his? He went to a car show and it was too hot for the car show.
Yep.
That's what we did with Titan for his gotcha day. Actually, the rescue emailed me and was like, "Hey, did you know it's your gotcha day? Send us a picture." And I was like,
Really?
"No." Yeah.
Cool. Oh yeah, it was, because that's when we got him like a day after the Excellent Adventure.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
June 22nd, 2024.
Wow. Great angle from Jack, though. Oh, Scotty was sweet, man. Yeah.
All right. Well, the dog wants to leave, so I
Titan.
guess we're leaving.
Tato.
I got more makeup today.
Nice. Titan.
Titan, come here, buddy.
Titan. Come here, Bubba's. Hello. Hello, my dear. Here's the bear. Bear.
Did you tell them where we're going, or are you?
No.
Okay.
I said we're going to a destination wedding.
Okay. Well, now I can wear all the makeup I want at the destination wedding, because it's been 5 years anyway.
Since what?
Since the last time I bought makeup.
Jesus, lady. Does it have a shelf life? Like,
It does. Do people believe it? Yeah. Because it goes on your face, like you should technically care, but like I've been using the same eyeliner or eyeshadow since college, so
you got your money's worth. Jeez.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about. I'm asking because I gotta.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta use. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. All right. What time is it?
It
7
is-
o'clock.
7 o'clock almost.
Cool. Cool beans. Yeah, I got. Just got a lot of this is just, sometimes you got to modify the puzzle piece to get the puzzle piece to fit. That's all.
Yep.
Just a lot of time, a lot of levels, a lot of just making sure everything's right.
I mean, usually puzzle pieces go together like famously well, so I don't know if that's the best metaphor for you to use.
Car puzzle pieces are different.
Thank you, Magellan. I always feel like a biker chick, like a hip, cool biker chick, but I am the opposite of a hip, cool biker chick. So, what are you looking like that about? In case you didn't know, Chad, I am not a hip, cool biker chick.
You're cooler than a biker chick.
Hi, Chad. Alright. He is being a very good boy, all the way over there.
Titan.
It's kind of, I don't understand, Titan.
Up. Wait. Oh, he's gonna pull. He saw something. Now he's outside.
Titan! Hey!
The garage door's cracked. He went out and under, and now he's out running around in the yard. So that's good. He very much went squirrel. What are you doing?
I don't do...
Open the garage door? Yeah, I can.
Thank you.
Just careful. Watch it.
That's the opposite, thank you. Stay out.
Okay. Screw it, temp it in then. Yeah. It's 86 and humid in Indiana. What's it like there? It's 62 and cloudy with 40% humidity maybe. What is that unfamiliar truck outside? The Dodge? Donor truck. So that's an '04 Dodge Ram. I got it for nothing because it's junk, it's rusty. Doesn't look too bad from the outside, but it won't pass inspection. My neighbor was getting rid of it. He was like, I was just talking with him. We were talking over, having some beers. And no, this is my other neighbor, right? And his name's Charlie. He's been on stream before. He was gonna scrap it. He was just like, I'm just gonna get scrap for it. I'm like, yo, I kind of said it offhand, guys. I was like, yo, let me get the engine for the truck. And he's like, all right. And I gave him a little something, something for it. And now the truck is in my yard instead of in his yard. So that 5.7 Hemi is eventually it's going to find its way into this. So this thing will have a Hemi in it. I thought that would be a cool build. And since I got that for basically nothing, it did not affect the overall budget of this vehicle. Let me put it that way. It's gonna, yeah, we're gonna put it in the car. You Americans have the space for big cars. Jealous. Yeah, I have a lot of pretty large automobiles on my property, and yeah, it's nice. And I live in a population dense area too, which is pretty cool. We got a lot of space out here, Couchy. It's pretty sweet. That's why we have big cars, because everything is so spread out. All right. Cool. All right, we burned that damn perch in. I'm pretty happy, but we have to really mess with alignment. That tab being down like that is really pissing me off, because it's throwing the whole rear cross member out of whack. Whatever. Let's just, yeah, we'll keep going. And it looks like we need to like look at the top of the frame rail right here. And look at this. This should be just underneath that. And there's like a 1/4 inch there. That needs to be up. It needs to be up like this. See how far off we are because this piece is all bent? But I'm worried that if we do this, we're going to throw all this out of whack. That stupid piece being like that is really, really screwing me up. I might need to wait until after vacation to fix it, which kind of blows, but let me just check another thing here real quick. Yeah, that's level. Interesting. So despite that stupid thing being all out of whack, she's still level, which is good. All right. Well, let's fiddle with this more then. Let me get my metal bender 5000 back. And we gotta do more fiddling. I'm gonna bend that tab basically all the way up, and we're gonna, oh, that's better. trying to undo the other tab. There we go. See that? That's because everything is low. The other hole lines up pretty much perfect. Yeah, that one, not so much. How the heck do we fix this? All right, I need to see how this bracket goes together. Okay, down under here. Okay, so I can't believe this thing is actually that bent. Like, out of all the things, man, it could have been the right side flange. I mean, somebody must have made this part on a Friday or something and wanted to go home. All right, Couchy. See you, buddy. The other thing is my frame rail extension, the one that we did originally, could be bad. I don't know, dudes. Yeah, I don't want to do something that I might have to undo later. That's all. Yeah, see, like the other leaf spring perch, you can get that thing to line up perfect. Like that one is spot on. This one just doesn't want to. It's close. It's damn close, actually. Yeah, okay. Make the adjustment there. Yeah, and see this leaf spring is, I mean, not this leaf spring, this frame rail is kind of pitching that way a little bit. That's probably from me just bending it and leaning on it and stuff. If we just clamp that up like that, that gets that level, that gets that level. But see, there's a tab underneath here, right? The tab underneath there needs to line up with the damn frame rail because there needs to be a captive bolt right there. And that's, I mean, maybe we put the bolt in with the captive nut, tighten it down, and that'll zap that, that'll zap that into place. That's where it needs to be, right there. It just needs to be up just a little bit. And see, when I move this up, if you watch the level, I don't know if you guys can see it, the whole thing, this whole thing wants to bend true. Or I could just kind of give it a little staminky right there and, yeah. I mean, I have a bumper bolt. Let me check something. Actually, I have two bumper bolts. So these are the original bumper bolts. I actually did get some of them off. I think we might be okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. Cool thing is that that's the original captive nut. See how it has that little bevel on the end where it's designed to go into a hole and be welded into position, which is pretty cool. I don't know if we should reuse that. Probably not. But, you know, it's cool that we could. Use WD-40 in a steel brush, yeah. The last few days in the oppressive heat, my guys physically couldn't work anymore, and I understood because I was mush-brained myself. Even the simplest tasks weren't computing, not even on a Friday. Yeah, C-Mac, bro, I was out here in the shop yesterday. I made it 3 hours before I was just like, you know, like, yeah, I just couldn't do it. Always on level. What's up, GG? Yeah, man. She's looking sharp. Keep it up. Thanks, Sleepy. Thanks, guys. You know, I know this all has the tolerances in it and everything, and I just really want it to be right. I think we're pretty good. We're close. Like, it's only so close. We're only going to get so close, you know, with this, but yeah, all right. The frame rail extension there, the one that I did, the original one, is too short. But that's what I get for measuring against something that's rusty. You know, that's my fault. That's my own problem. All right. You guys want to switch over to some after hours? What do we want to play? I don't even know. MSC, you guys want more summer car? We can do that. Sure. Double summer car special, complete with booster explosions. MSC. My, summer. Car. All right. So, what are the next steps here? What are our next steps with this? We need to, I mean, there's still a lot of work to do, dudes. We'll get it, though. Let's think. What do we want to do? And how are we going to do it? So, we could work on this tomorrow if you guys want. We'll work on it tomorrow morning. What I've been trying to do is get in here a little bit earlier and do more VODs. Get more VOD hours, because you guys got to remember, I am taking next week off. I'm going to be gone from Saturday the 28th till the 6th or 7th of July. So that's Monday the 7th. I'm going to be on vacation. I always take the first week in July off. I just need a week away from the computer. That's my detox. That and Christmas. Those are the two ones. I usually take Christmas and New Year's off. And then, so basically every 6 months I take a week off. That's streaming life, baby. Speaking of MSC, I tried to put the dash in and the windshield exploded. Yeah, make sure you get the part lined up as best as you can with where it should be, and then get the check mark, or else that happens. Do reruns next week to help keep numbers up. That just seems meh. So, all right. We can work on this again tomorrow. Like I said, it's taking a week off. We really got to get more fitment done with the cross member. I got to get that right. We got to do the extensions. Finally, that was like one of the first things I wanted to do, and we ended up doing everything else but those things. I'm not sure what we're going to do about the other frame rail extension, dudes. I'm short. Like, we are short a little bit. And I'm not, what's really getting me is that I'm not sure if it's because of the leaf spring perch being bent, or if my rails just aren't good. That's kind of what's holding me up right now. And I kind of hit the end of the, we hit later in the day, and I'm just like, the schedule today was all weird. But we are adding parts to the car. We're adding parts back slowly. Eventually, I'll be able to cut out my bracing. That'd be pretty sweet. But yeah, the more I think about it, yeah, just replacing the frame rails would have been a good idea. That would have been the smart thing to do. But that's okay. It's all right. We'll get it done. Yeah, so we just got to check fitment on the rear cross member, get the rear frame rail figured out, the rear frame rail extensions figured out, get that all, hopefully, if we have enough time, get that all lined up, get everything copacetic in there, and then we burn the rear cross member in, dude. Planning to watch the AX4 coverage next week since I fell asleep. Right on. Right on. But yeah, there you go, man. She's starting to look like a car again. Yeah, we'll work on this. Guys, like, tomorrow let's crunch time it. Because tomorrow's the last day before vacation for me. We're gonna go play summer car and stuff. But, yeah, if I can get the frame rail extensions done with the tabs, even if we have to cut it off and redo the stupid thing, on both sides, get that burned in, get the rear cross member straight, and then get the trunk cross member straight and burned in tomorrow, I'll consider that a W. That is our goal. How long do you guys think that's going to take? That's a lot of measuring. I think I should be here early. Hey, Ewok. Tomorrow, by the way, today I am on a funeral from your grandma, father's side in the Netherlands, so I'm very glad to see you back later. Yeah, there you go. 9 hours, jeez. Well, if it's 9 hours, I got flame trench at 4, which means, yeah. How about 9 o'clock? She passed at age 88. Well, God rest her soul, Bloodman. No, 88, she made it up there. That's cool. Good for her. I think I'll be in here, probably be in here at 9. Is Flame Trench an hour early tomorrow? Is it? I don't think it is. Why would it be? Well, no, not at, oh, sorry, David, I misspoke. I said at 4. 4 is really when I have to start getting ready. That's when I have to start, like, winding down and talking to you guys and telling you what I'm doing. Like this. This is the wind down. Yeah. Is there racing tomorrow? I do believe we're racing Watkins Glen. Yeah, Blue Man, it's good to have you here, bud. Bedankt is how you'd say it, I believe. I went to the Netherlands once. It's nice. Amsterdam was beautiful. It's a great city. Fun times. Bedankt is correct. Yes. Yeah, there were lots of bikes. And don't stand in the bike lane. You'll get run over. It's like standing in traffic. Actually, your mother's German and your father's from the Netherlands. Danke schön, mein Freund. Sounds like I need a yinzer? Probably, yeah. All right. 9, 10 o'clock, dudes. We got to go crunch mode. I want that done. I want the frame rails and the cross members done. So that means when I come back in July, we burn the trunk in. So from, once das war Korn, mein Freund. Du hast heute großartige Erfahrung sammeln können. You lost me, man. I don't speak that much German. Must be quitting time. Home Planet, I'm going to play summer car here. So no, it's not quitting time for the stream at all. You made some really good progress today. I mean, bedankt, danke, thank you. Yeah. Dude, if I can get all that stuff done, frame rail extensions, tabs and get everything nice and aligned, get the trunk pan cross member in, get the rear cross member in. If we can get all that in, guys, like the frame rail extensions and tabs are the last parts we have to fabricate. Every other part is just ready to go, sitting on the ground right there. I have gas tank straps, spare tire, bumper brackets, cross member extensions, bumper mount. Dude, oh man, if we get that far, then it's on to, I'm probably gonna need a week to make sure we burn the trunk pan in correctly. And then, dude, once we get the trunk pan burned in correctly, then the extensions right after that. Once the extensions are in, I'll order the quarter panels for this thing. We'll get we'll get coupe quarter panels for it. Replace those. Yeah, man. This will be pretty good. Yeah, once we get quarters for this thing, then we can actually start working on the rear valance, which needs some help. I got to make a couple parts for that. But for the most part, from here on out, guys, it's just buying the part that we need and replacing it, except with the exception of the exception of this right here. But yeah, good progress. We're going to need to make a lot of progress on this in July into August. Got to make a lot of progress. I'm thinking the 3 weeks in July when I get back, dudes, car in the morning, early hours game, space news, and then after hours after that. So I'm thinking car, KSP, space news, and then after hours games for pretty much all of July. Would you guys be interested in partaking in something like that? If you leave, I'll sneak in and put in the pan. Good. I want to hit it hard, man. We got the Kerbal bug. I got the Kerbal bug back. Thank God. Took me freaking long enough. I've been trying to lock back in on KSP for like years. I'm biting into IRL, MSC, and space news. Good. Good. And maybe we do we'll play like Counter-Strike for after hours. Basically, yeah, I want to hit it hard when I come back from vacation. I'm already kind of getting back into the groove, dude. It was gone for many of us. Yeah, I tried to lock in back into it, dude. I tried to get back into it 3 or 4 times. Just didn't work. I thought the Starliner capsule would have done it. I just still didn't want to play. But this post-Saturn vehicle that we're working on is pretty cool. I do like it. And it'd be fun to run a space program with it, I think. You know? Once the back was healed, the vibe jumped. Yeah. Hardly great to watch while I work at home. Martin, I do not care if I'm your background music. If I'm your background noise, that's totally fine. I don't care. I am... it's very humbling that you chose, out of all the things on the internet, you chose to have me as your background noise, man. It's pretty high praise. I have to go back and study the first episodes of the Prometheus. Yeah, yep. Built a gateway yet? Nah, I haven't. Okay, so if we can get all that stuff burned in tomorrow, everything aligned and burned in when I have a fresh mind at this, and I don't think there's any launches tomorrow. Yeah, we'll work on the car all the way till Flame Trench. Yeah, and then Flame Trench and then racing. Tomorrow should be a pretty good day. I work from home and I wait for Twitch to go live every day. Thanks, Magellan. Thanks, man. Have a good week off. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support, guys. It means a lot. Thank you very much. I know kind of the way I do these things are kind of weird and unorthodox, but that's because I don't know any better and we're learning. But yeah, from here on out, dudes, oh baby, this is going to be, this will come together very quickly. I want this whole back done by the end of July. I want all of it done. I want the new trunk pen in, extensions, quarters. I want, basically, by the end of July, dudes, I need the car from about here back to basically be a completed shell. I think that's doable. I think it's totally doable. Chill dude, literally. Yeah, see? See, I'm a chill guy, right? If I don't see you before then, happy birthday. Yeah, Ewok, I'll be here. Once again, I'm going to take a quick break here. We'll start summer car at the top of the hour at 8. So that's 32 minutes from now. So look at your clock, add 32 minutes. That's when I'll be back. I'm going to go wash up. I'm going to go take a shower. Then, yeah, we'll do summer car for some after hours action. Should be fun. I want the back end of this done by the end of July, dude. Yeah, I want it done. And then August, we work on the pans and stuff. And then by the end of August, you know, the pans, the rockers and stuff. Yeah, should be good. I want to be driving this car in September. I want to get one drive-in on this thing before winter, you know? We got work to do, but we can do it. Remember, we got a running motor and a working transmission. The drive shaft is fine. The rear end is gutless, but it's there, you know? We need to rehook up the rear brakes. I got no rear brakes. Great for doing burnouts, though. Yeah. We're going to spend a lot of time right here. That's going to suck to fix, but... Oh, that actually reminds me. Let me get my phone and take progress pictures. I got to be on this, dude, because I want to make an album of this. Cool. All right. Okay, dudes. I'll be back in about 30. I'll see you for summer car. YouTube, you know the drill. Gonna be about a little bit of, I don't know, 20, 30 minute loss of signal. My summer car stream should be back up. My summer car is basically doing this in a video game. It's pretty fun. Jack replied to me and said it'll buff out on X. That's pretty funny, man. All right. Jog the VOD. All right, I'll be right back. Stand by for loss of signal from the office as expected.